Welcome to the Spit Out Guys. Disc Golf World's back in the studio. It's been 2 weeks since we're here, back from USDGC. I'm Jefferson. Alongside me, as always, it's Swiss Cheese. I don't know if it said it's the Spit Out, but this is the Spit Out.
Yeah, it's official, unofficial. I think it's official.
It's pretty official. We've been doing this shit, actually, if we counted all the years, it's like the 4th year running. I know. A little hiatus in there, but we lived on the tour for that part, so it's even fucking cooler.
Nice.
All right, we're back. We're going to be talking about the championship, and then at the very end, we're going to be recapping much of USDGC until we're getting tired of this. So, jumping into it, I think the first thing we have to do, because we missed out on all the fun of talking about the missing purse. Not missing, just less, I should say.
Oh, man, I thought that's where you're going to start. I thought we were going to just be like, I fucking hit the rock. I thought we were going to jump right into it. All right.
I should.
I thought about it anyway.
I guess
the purse? Yeah, let's get into the purse, because I think that was kind of a little bit like swept under the rug a little bit. Like,
not by us, but everyone else, when there was nothing to talk about before USDGC, that was everybody's talking points.
No, we
just had other better things to talk about.
You can't help but recognize that it's a sign of where disc golf's at. And
Second year in a row is decreased.
To not acknowledge that, or not to like call it what it is, or be cognizant of what it is, then you're just ignoring it. And yeah, granted, like everyone will kind of shape it out to be like, oh, only the top end was affected, and that doesn't really hurt things, and it doesn't do that, but it does when you are trying to say it. Like I want to go back to like what Luke said about Worlds, like can't call it the greatest if it doesn't have the highest pay, right?
Going backwards.
Precisely. So if you're stepping back, you're not moving in the right direction. And no, I hope things can change. I hope but I don't, in all honesty, I don't expect it to. Like I really don't.
Is it just Barbasol not seeing the value back, so they're just giving less? Or
I'm not sure if it's that. I'm not sure if it's like
they have to give more to the venue, maybe.
Maybe subs, maybe that. It could be a bunch of it. It could be a number of things, because it is kind of like progressed over the years. How I've always took that payout, and like so they're taking a little bit of the pie to have it at the end. So don't get me wrong, the added cash of like Barbasol helps, but that could affect things enough to where it could also shape it. But I think it's just a little bit of a down year, and we're kind of trending in the downward slope.
Well, the offseason's not going to brighten our future too much, but we're going to get to that later on with more rumor talk. But we're going to wait to the end so not too many people hear about it, because we know most of you will click off by then.
Yeah, he's going to like tease it, and we're going to just be like, yeah, no one's going anywhere.
Possibly, or everyone's going everywhere. I know you wanted to give your little piece on Ivy Hill, not our favorite course.
Yeah, man. All right, like.
I've also spectated and I've had to walk up that giant ass.
And we've been to enough courses where don't get me wrong, there are great holes on that course where I want to like
15 sick.
Yeah, like I kind of want to trash where I kind of want to like trash it a little bit more than it is, but those holes save it, right? Like so there's certain aspects. But there's also a good chunk, like when you're walking, you're like, those holes are forgettable. That's a forgettable hole. That's a forgettable hole.
There's a little dinker here and there that just is meh.
If you ask me, like, I think it's a shame to take it out of the woods when everybody obviously clamors for the woods. Everybody's anticipation of this championship was New London. And to take it out for Ivy, a golf park style or golf,
just in the open, really.
Yeah,
I almost want to call it glorified Emporia, but it's not that bad.
No, not that bad.
Clarify.
But it's certainly not the greatest experience to watch an event ever, which I've also heard.
Yeah, and especially not after USDGC, which I would argue is one of the best spectating courses in all of disc golf. When you have the loop, man, you can just see so many iconic courses. You can just keep on going. Some people, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
New London, I think does help out though. It was cool to see the world's hardest course, as a lot of pros are calling it, in action. People shooting 9 down, so it's exciting to see champions cut 4 rounds. What we're going to see out of there.
I hope it turns out well. I hope it can get cleaned up a little bit more.
I'm just thinking, damn, championship next year, 4 rounds at Ivy.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm not.
Poor FPO, man. They gotta figure out something for the FPO, or that's just gonna be a disaster, bro. Like they gotta move some tees or something, because that's just gonna be rough.
Did you want to say anything else on that? I'm trying to keep all these topics brief.
Briefing, bro.
Interesting,
yeah, man. Yeah. So like, I think I think you're gonna hear an inflated aspect. Where all right, you're gonna hear an inflated aspect of what Ivy Hills is, and in general, what the Champions Cup is or championship is.
Dude, there's 1,000 people.
You
You're
sure?
really gonna talk bad about the 800 people that were there in person spectating. 500 people had to watch Rapid the Goose.
Guaranteed 500. Guaranteed 500. But no, like, and so yeah, it's gonna get inflated. The DGPT's obviously thrown their support behind this. They've done it for multiple years. You got 2 future locations in it, so yes, it's gonna be overinflated, but it is what it is. I wouldn't even put it in. Oh man, I don't even know if I would put it in like my top 5.
Top 5 meccas in disc golf.
Oh, nah, I wouldn't put that as a mecca. No. I don't even like the Texas, but Texas is better than that one. So, but yeah, like that's all. So it is what it is. You're gonna get it. The food sucks. That's
$15
yeah. Food, yeah. Food is like.
I don't know how much that's their fault.
I know
it is their fault for choosing the venue.
Yeah,
You can't say that.
Precisely. Now, do I think they like maximized what they could on that course? Yes. Do I think they made the needed improvements? Absolutely.
Hole 6 improvement was solid.
Yeah,
that
like
cool.
I'm not trying to take away any of it. I'm just gonna try to deflate the inflation that is this venue.
You're trying to tear it down.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like subtle it. If you guys are really considering it going like on a stop, like don't let it be Ivy Hills. Like you want to be New London and Champions Cup. That's a little bit different.
Right? No S.
Huh?
No S.
Ivy Hills?
No, there's no S.
Ivy Hill?
Just Ivy Hill.
I didn't know that. I always thought it was Hills.
I know. I listened to it, but there was no point in telling you to re-record it.
Oh, man. I boned that one.
It
Fuck, I've been there too.
I know. I'm pretty sure at least. I know.
But there's a bunch of hills there. You got to admit there. Like, what's one hill?
Where says Ivy Hill, no S.
Oh, I gotcha. But no,
this right here also.
So like I said, like I don't want to like tear that down, but like I said, it's not like there's better spectating venues. There's better venues.
You're gonna see more people too. That's also if you're gonna. I mean, I guess you could go there in Champions Cup, but then you're also not going to Ivy Hill, and that might be even cooler. I mean,
you want to go to New London? Absolutely.
I disagree though.
Really?
New London is not a great spectating course because of how wooded it is, and you're not really seeing the best, especially if you're the type of person that wants to go, I only lead card, chase card, or anyone's super popular. If you're not 2 rows deep, you're not watching anything. And especially if you're going with the camera crew.
They're great holes, though.
Or you're going to hit in the face.
They're great holes. Hey, man, shout out to that fan. Yeah. Shout out that fan to like just eat it.
Reddit too,
yeah, just to eat it. Be like, hey man, I messed up. Like I didn't think of the ricochet. Yeah. No one's fucking thinking of the ricochet. Let's be honest. Like I'm not lining up trees and be like, yeah, this hits this
be
one.
On a swivel though.
Yeah, at all times. But like I'll give him credit for like quote unquote eating it for lack of a better term.
Eat away like, from the mouth.
Yeah, like also like in social media commenting on it. So I do give him credit on that. But like, nah, I'm not.
Getting stitches, then coming back to watch.
Yeah, man, that's a gamer, bro.
You got the assist on the win.
Yeah, I hope he got like a sign. Man, I'd give him that disc.
Yeah, it's awesome because you just Calvin. I'm sure he has a little sympathy for what's going on, but really does not care.
No, in that moment when you got like 30 grand on the line, like nah, man, I'm sorry.
Even the same when there was a little child that came up to him that was like, "You're my favorite." Even then, he's just like, "All right, why is there a kid here, man?" Get like, what's going on? Maybe I read the situation wrong, but
I think that's just kind of like I think he's just dry. Like
I get you,
but yeah, man, he kind of like. Yeah, after he hit that dude in the face, he kind of turned around real fast to try to like see if anyone noticed, and then he like looked back and checked, and then he's like, "All right." Like,
I think really the MPO side, besides the hit in the face, I wanted to just straight jump to the Goose time violation because I had more of a gripe on that situation than I did the whole hitting the rock. Actually, we'll just get it out the way. Foundation, credit, listen to grip lock. He was as close to spectating to that area, I believe he said, and he said his words that he heard that it hit the rock.
Yes.
Couldn't see it necessarily from the angle he was at, but said that he not only heard it with his own ears, but the 25 people that he surveyed out of the 500 people that were spectating all agreed that it hit the rock.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Well played. Well played. Hunter's listening, that just shaking his head in disapproval. But I will give also Hunter like, hey man, good for you on like the little journalism skills on it. The only thing I regret is you should have put him in front of camera saying it.
Yeah, but that's not, I understand because that's not what they do. Because if that was 100% an opportunity, I wish that we were back on tour for it. Because that would be a great segment. We would have
killed it.
Especially if it was as drastic as he was saying, like literally everyone saying, yeah. Except the two people, the spotter, then Jeff Springer's ring. It's wild. That's like, honestly, tinfoil hat conspiracy going on. Like, why do the people not like Gooseman?
I wish I was there to be like everyone just, it would be crazy if people were yelling like that was in. Like according to like Hunter, there was also like a debate between like the spotter was getting chirpy when people were saying it was in, and he's like, no, I'm standing right here. It's fucking and if I'm him, that's what I'm doing also. Whether I saw it or not, like I don't, hey man, whatever. I'm gonna be like, fuck it, it was out. Fuck you, I'm right here. Like, where are you? Like, you know what I mean? And then like also like, man, and let's not like make this into like the whole like they're not official and they're not this. You're 100 feet away. You can players can always override it, but if you ask me, like no different than what we're gonna talk about as far as the time violation. Like, who's really gonna be like, no, we're gonna overrule that? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I'm that money on the line. I know that you want to have integrity in all of the sport. I just don't trust people. So I don't think that they would. And honestly, man, am I really stepping up and being like, yeah, you're right. Fucking, I saw that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going
to
overrule that.
You're wrong, Jeff.
Yeah. Obviously, I feel like in that situation, that's not happening.
Yeah. But I don't blame him siding with the spotter. I think there's a lot of aspects that are just weird about it, like where the line was and like the whole nine is just kind of weird. So I get it, but
you need the line to be on the other side of the rocks.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that because like I think that's obviously meant for like rollaways. So then like what's the point of having it inside and then still getting it OB? To just hope that there's a part of it on the line. Like I would rather not have that than be like, oh, way to fucking move the. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's more worse optics than hitting a rock and everybody hearing it. Not getting the call, but like. As far as the time violation, like
this is what I wanted to get into because I feel like there's a little bullshit. I understand he went over the time, and it's just determining on when you start the clock, because there was a situation where he establishes, he defines whatever the rule book says.
Yeah,
and then
his lie.
Yeah, right. And that was like 40 seconds already, but then he goes back, has to reconfirm with his group to now establish a new lie. Now the question is, all right, what do we decide here? Does he already get a time violation?
Because man, could you really establish a new lie within 30 seconds if you really think of it? Like I would argue that's damn near impossible unless you are trying to reestablish it from the jump.
And like we're also thinking that it's raining, so we're not going to consider drying discs. And there even at a point where when he now reestablishes his lie, he has to move the umbrella and back. So when I did my little time, whatever, because I was like, all right, let's see where I can start in my mental time or when I started. But even then, when you do it, like when do you start actually as a competitor or a marshal start the clock? I feel like you're not going into it already with the clock in mind. So you already are like giving an extended
you're already
time.
kind of giving a little bit of a leeway. I get what you're saying.
And to that, I'm making that a point for my point later on, right? So then then we reestablish the lie. So when I timed it from when I started, after he moves the bag and the umbrella, because that would be in his way, that was affecting his lie. So you can that's reasonable to take out of the way. 28 seconds.
Okay.
Even when Yuli was on Jomez, he said that he timed it at like 36 seconds. And that was when his definition of that was.
Yeah, and
the rain, in the situation, if this was in the woods and you saw there was trees in your way, you're like, well, yeah, he gets more time because it's a hard lie. Same thing applies.
It is an island.
Slanted green, Heinolds Hills, known for rollaways. Yeah. This is the biggest shot of his life. Most money on, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the factors where you're like, you give a little grace.
He should have laid up, by the way. That's just my argument. Play golf. You had that lead.
Dude, no, you're Aaron Gossage.
I get it.
You're like the best guy off the tee throwing discs. All you have to do is hit that. Come on.
I understand.
You're
but
not laying up in there. You're taking control.
I get you.
But even like...
Didn't he have a 2 or 3 stroke lead at that point? And it didn't look like anybody was really going to birdie it. Like, that's my only argument.
Calvin was already up and birdieing it.
Oh, was he? Okay.
He didn't birdie it, but...
that's the one he missed.
But he should have birdied it.
Gotcha. I didn't know. I thought Calvin was after him, not ahead of him.
So the time violation happens. Now he's arguing it. He's chirping. He's giving a little back.
And good for him, man. You should be able to fucking defend yourself on that. I'm not gonna hey.
Well, this is where the big point is. He goes into he actually then goes to the other drop zone thinking he was gonna get the lie. The whole having to go back to his last placement, that all happens. After he then throws his shot, he looks back to Jeff Spring and the official that gave him the time violation. Also, which I would like to know, who gave the time violation? Was that guy going out of his way to then just make this call because it felt like we had to make this call? We haven't been enforcing this the whole fucking season, and now in this last little situation, we're going to be a stickler on it. Eat the comments. Sorry, eat the comments. Come on.
I get what you're saying.
This is so much worse than if you would have just not said
Gannon
anything.
was called at last year's championship, though, too.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks. Why? Dumb. People hate Gannon. Tinfoil hat.
Yeah,
Come on.
I get it.
But then Goose turns to the people and says, was I under time then? Was I in 30 seconds? I'm sure being a little sassy. I'm sure kind of like, because I think he had his point. Because then the guy.
You don't say that lie without being a little sassy. Let's be honest.
But then the guy hits him with you were under 30. And he was like, by how much? 2 seconds? Because I think that was his point is, you don't fucking know if that was 30 seconds. You weren't timing that.
You don't have a clock.
You can't tell me before I was over 30 seconds, but you had a feeling I was over. There's no real way, no evidence.
You need to do like the ref in the box in basketball where they're just like counting like this. You know what I mean? Where you're just like 1, 2.
Exactly.
Like it's just like I don't know.
He's like, trust me, bro, you're over.
I don't think there's going to be a solution. You hate to see it impact. You hate to see it impact something that with that large of a prize pool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I also understand rules are rules, and that's what everyone's going to say. I get that, but man, with weather and stuff like that, I can understand the debate.
The only vague way I can I think because everyone guys gives their 2 cents on fixing the rule, and I don't think I've really given a case. It's almost play at poker when there isn't a defined in poker, when you call out players.
Yeah.
And then once you fucking say it, it's all right, once it's unreasonable. So if there's a situation where it is like, all right, if I was in there, I would be taking extra time. Cool. In this certain situation, reasonable time extends. And your people would say, well, that's not unfair for everyone else. You know what? Your reasonable time extends when you are in contention of the win. Yeah. I'm sorry if that's think it's unfair. Right. It's not. You earned that spot.
And my other argument is like your argument of saying it's unfair to the others. You don't know if it's bothering them. Mm-hmm. Like I go back to that like Gannon Alden round where they like took forever, like that final round. I forget what tournament last year. And like they didn't mind, like you know what I mean. So like if they don't mind, then why call it? There's nobody in front of them. Who cares? Mm-hmm. Now, like obviously last year's championship with Ricky put it in the ear. It made it happen. And who knows? Maybe another player's like, hey, bro, this is taking forever. Like,
but to go, I mean, like in Ricky's eyes, then I would argue, all right, he saw that as taking not enough reasonable time, so he is justified in making the call. Now, could Gannon then
Ricky wasn't
back?
even giving him a warning. Ricky was just being like, hey, bro, that took forever. Yeah. Like, he was just, that was like a pre-warning warning. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you don't want to be the guy
hey,
to call
dude, like, you don't want to call it in that instance, like, when he's chasing you down. But, like, also, like, hey, this is a little ridiculous. Like, I get it. Like, it's tough, man. I don't think man, no matter what, I really don't think there's going to be a solution that's going to work for people. Mm-hmm. Like even this added time.
Do you think if there wasn't a time violation that there would have been comments about Goose taking forever and that he should have been called here? You do.
Yeah.
Man,
dude, it felt forever, bro. It really felt forever, dude.
Maybe it just isn't affecting
it really just
I know the situation, how big
really felt forever. And I think on like Reddit comments, they were saying it happened multiple times. At least some people are doing it. But like, what's multiple times? Like, I'm not counting a 32. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not counting like I don't even know I'm going to start counting it until it's like maybe 40, 45. The way the current
I guess I'm just not a person that is bothered by it. The only times I ever really remember
on the putting green,
I feel bad. Yeah, it's always on the putting green. It's the Jacob cupcake cut on 16 of Ledgestone. It's the only time I've ever in my life been like, all right, man, like this is wild.
Man, all I can think of is like the only time you notice it is when we were on the course recording it. And then you're like, whoa, this is like,
I can see the number too.
And you're like, just like, hey, like, so if I was behind Goose recording that, Yeah, it would have felt that long because it felt that long on coverage. Like, you know what I mean? And like, also like, you got to be like, if you're the DGPT and like, and granted, I understand that you're only got really following one card at this point. So like, it's literally like kind of a moot point, but you got to be creative in like the way you cover it when you're bringing them over. You know what I mean? Like, then the commentary also has to help out a little bit. Like you said, hey, he had to readjust his lie. This, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you got to bring that up. Or
the problem was they were all talking shit about there being a time violation. They're all like, what's going on? He's taking so much time. He's got to worry about this and that. And it's like, all right, why are we not drawing the story up of what needs to happen right now?
Yeah, like, dude, this is an island shot. He's got to get it. He needs to find the right angle.
Talk
He's got to
about
hide
the history of the rollaways. Even if they're not crazy right now, they're OB everywhere. It's such a shot in the moment that was happening.
Yeah, because as much as like we want to say it's live, it is still on a delay. Like they have ability to kind of.
You think?
Yeah, it's not like live for live. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a slight delay.
I'm sure. But you don't think they're watching at the same time we are?
No, I don't. Interesting. Not necessarily.
Do you believe that the Gossage, how he was reacting, affected Vinny's putt?
I mean, I wouldn't go. I'm not gonna go and say it caused the miss, but it impacted Vinny's game or putt. But I won't say like, yeah, he missed because of this.
No, yeah, I don't think
like
he would ever.
You can't help but like have your car. Man, everybody who talks about like great rounds, their first thing after a great round or a hot round is like, yeah, the vibes of the cards were great, right? Like that's all. So like when the vibes are off. And who knows what Vinny's thinking. Like people want to think like, hey, this is a Vinny's chance to capitalize, and that's all that he's thinking about. But it could also be like, you don't want to win that way. Like this ain't cool. Like you get what I'm saying? But he could also be like, yeah, you took forever, bro. I'm sorry. Like Vinny, especially Vinny, nobody's gonna understand what he's thinking. And that's not a shot. That's just like
there was comments that were alluding to him feeling a type of way because he was overreacting in Calvin standards. And then I went to look back at what people were saying, and I totally didn't take it that way. He did slam a disc on a style, but that might more like a personal mistake, not like blaming Goose in a way that it was being described in Reddit. So
I get you.
I didn't take that away at all.
Understood. Yeah, I don't think it like. But yeah, I don't want to say like I wouldn't go as far as saying, and I don't even think Vinny would say like, yeah, I fucking missed the C1 putt like that. You know what I mean? I don't think it would be necessarily like I missed because of this. No, I don't. I would say no top 10 player, possibly no top 25 player would say that.
Yeah,
like
I agree. Like those are the ones where you got to be hitting.
Yeah, but like man, and I don't fault Goose, man. Like this is a huge payday. He's going into free agency, like. And who knows what free agency is looking like. You get what I'm saying? And like this could be a huge win. Stamp it.
Almost fuzz your whole next year in case shit
exactly.
goes bad.
Precisely, man. Like, all right, now I got this big win. Now I'm this. Now I got the monkey off the back. I got this payday. Let's see what I can capitalize on a contract, let alone like hoping to get more, having it like get more bidders on contracts. You get what I'm saying? Like this is a huge moment. And he has every right to defend himself. Like, I don't want to like, people are just saying it's a poor look, but when you're looking at like, this is your livelihood and you living on the road, 30 grand is huge. And like those misses like drop. What do you drop? Like 15 grand or 18? Like he dropped like.
It was a little less than 18 because he had to split.
Yeah. So like that's huge impacts on a career of people who live on the road for the bulk of the year. Like, and I get the anger, and I'm not trying to excuse it either. Like, but it's understandable, man. It's frustrating, and when things don't go right, I think the slip on the tee really didn't help either. I think that was kind of like what kicked it off, and then now you're OB, and now you know what I mean. Like
mentality is huge in this situation, especially for someone in his shoes. So everything just snowballed for him. And then it only so he's already feeling a type of way like, oh, I made a huge mistake by slipping here. Then he's making another huge mental mistake and beating himself up for, oh, how did I not get it in the island? He's not even thinking about the spot. Up until this point, he still thought that he was going to advance into the drop zone. Now he has to be told like, no, you're going back, dude. Yeah. Now he gives him his little fight. Now and clearly his emotions weren't.
And then you had another person who hit the rocks and like he felt he hit the rocks and he's up there and like. The mental anguish of it is.
And then right before that putt, he's still arguing with officials. Right after he misses the putt and taps in, he goes straight back to arguing with people. So his headspace is just all over the place right now.
I would do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'd just be like, I would be chirping the rest of every throw. I'd be chirping to that that official. Like, how about that one? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Was I in that one? Or I would do it again and just run. And be like, all right, cool. If Vinny's got the lead, and just run it through. You know what I mean? Like, and
like even that point, like he still has a tie for the lead on hole 15. He still wasn't out of it.
Yeah. But that's also, man, can we talk about like how insane Vinny's stretch was? Dude, that should not be taken away.
Eagle on 15, only person to do it on that day. He did it back to back.
Dude,
insane. Love that hole and the way that he attacked it was crazy.
Exactly. The birdie on, was it 16?
16 right after. I looked back to just see how much it was cooked over on the right, and then to see it crest a hill and then start to fade back, skip, and then almost end up on the OB side of the left.
Dude, you know, the best part is like everybody, even the commentators, everybody but Vinny thought that was no good.
Oh, my heart stopped right away.
Like everybody thought it was no good. And Vinny's just sitting there like, got it. Like, you know what I mean?
And
like,
it was 700 feet down the fairway.
Yeah, dude. Like there's just that type of golf shot to see is like some of the most memorable. And like to be able to get that birdie on that hole is nuts. Like that hole is purely nuts. It's steep. It sucks to walk. Like all of it is just like master class effort on just those two holes.
And then a birdie hole 17 right after, which almost feels like a bogey or die. I know Goose ended up somewhat on. He went the water skip play, which
and it kind of went right.
Still insane. It's kind of cool to say, but then in the same way, it's like, all right, interesting. I How think, is that not getting yelled at for gimmicky?
No, I get that, but I think also at the point where once Vinny made it, like, you know, you're not getting the holes back unless something stupid happens. Like, I know I understand you have to kind of play it that way and you still have to go for the birdie, but like he lands that, you're not, what was he down 3 strokes after the missed putts? Two or 3. Yeah. So like you're not going to get that. Like you're not getting that on 18. You're not like, so he knows that. So once Vinny lands it, like, yeah, why not? Like, it didn't put him in a good birdie look, that's for sure, but it worked.
Yeah, Vinny wrapped up taking down the championship to end the year. I mean,
17 is also overrated in my book. I'm sorry.
You want to say I love it.
I know you do.
It's still.
I get it.
I don't like the hay bales. I think that's some bullshit.
Okay.
You're pussifying it. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, everybody complained about it at Worlds, and I get it. Yeah,
make it hard. That's the last tournament of the year.
I get you.
It's 17. You got to do something interesting too, where it's because 18 is a walk in the park. Let's be real. That's an easy birdie.
Yeah, for the like arms. Yeah, for those arms, absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of the only way like you get in trouble is if you're pinched right. Yeah. Like that's it. Like nothing on that. Mm-hmm. But when AB is throwing over fucking houses and shit, like nah, you're not. You're in good shape. So, but that's all. But like, that's tough.
Yeah, that's everything from the championship. Let's do a little deep dive on USDGC and see what nuggets we can pull.
We really didn't get much to talk about. Like, we really didn't have an opportunity to talk about. And you can't blame us. We debated on the 14-hour ride trip back. And I wouldn't even say like the full 14 hours because Jay was editing for a good bit. Yeah, a good bit of it. It just didn't make sense to like get home Monday and then just go right back into like a podcast to kind of hit USDGC. That and man, we put in some work. We were up late nights, partied hard. Like, but the fans are great. Reactions were cool.
Shout out to everyone we met, dude. It was awesome to see people in person. It really is the family reunion of disc golf. And I'm glad to be actually a part of it.
Yes.
First time we've ever vended. Very successful. Shout out to everyone that bought merch. Hopefully you're repping that out on the courses near you.
Yeah. Dude, even our first day, like I didn't know what to expect on like vending. And our first day was like, oh man, this is pretty good. Like, and then like after that first day, we're like, hey man, we might sell out. And then like, all right, let's go film for a day. Like, you know what I mean?
Chill out
So,
for a
yeah.
day, yeah. But
So,
overall, it was a success. We got to see a bunch of pros. It was awesome to now see almost every card we record. I got someone saying what's up, so it's cool to see disc golf world spreading its wings. We're not like the forbidden, pushed away stepchild. Love that. We're growing in that aspect. And then just USDGC itself, man, it's just a whole different element of a disc golf event. This is what I want there to be everywhere. I don't know if you can replicate it because I think the special part of it is an ending. It's really more focused on the like spectator slash people that are just there to be vibing over the
dude,
the
and with the
major
tent, like,
vibe.
dude, with the tent, it added a whole other dynamic because it's also kind of interesting. Like, you got people that will like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch coverage. I'm gonna go on this putting course, or I'm gonna go throw fields, or you know what I mean.
That's
you got
what the USDGC does the best.
yeah, and then you got like kids areas and playhouses, yoga sessions. And then you throw in a tent where there's actual like seating and like viewing, and you now feel like almost like a stands of a stadium where everybody's got a rooting interest and like it's a different dynamic.
And it's not VIP.
No.
It's just for you to go to.
Yeah, man, and that's what USDGC does really right. Let's be honest. As far as getting everybody in, every mom and pop an opportunity to show their wares, help out, and be part of a community for a huge event, I think is just absolutely sick.
And it has extra amenities that don't always get utilized to its full potential, but there's things to do every day almost. The first day you have a legend skin match where you get to watch Ken Climo, Barry Schultz play, or you have the Dean's Cup of the Collegiate Champs. Maybe zero spectators except Disc Golf World and the families.
Yeah.
But it's also something that the collegiate athletes can strive for and want to play
Absolutely.
at Winthrop and have that opportunity. You had distance competitions, U.S. putting championships, the
Dying
vending,
clinics.
dying clinics. The vending experience is above everything I've ever seen.
Yeah. Nah.
You have creators there to be a part of, hang out with, and just nothing like anything else you can be.
The who's who is there every year, and it's gonna happen no matter what the year. Like, that's the other funny bit of it. Like, you got company owners, you got, like you said, content creators. Everybody's there. Everyone's got something. And if you want to see enough people, USDGC is gonna usually be your chance to do it.
We put it on our schedule every year just because of how special it is.
Absolutely. Yeah. The USDGC is something legit. And I get for the ones that like may not be there and talk about like, oh, this course needs to change or it needs to go somewhere else. No, it don't.
No, it really
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't. There's plenty of room. There's room to do new stuff if they want. Like, if they get the ability to, there's no need for it. Like, keep it the way it is. Keep it how it is. Like you said earlier, the best track, just to be able to walk that walkway, catch the holes that you catch, then go right into the vending, then go right into the seating, then go into the food, the amount of food options, every bit of it. One of the greatest events ever.
Hands down.
Every year.
And
Like,
they're improving.
yeah, every year. Just like, you can go there with the peace of mind and being like, hey, even if the weather wasn't that great, like this weather wasn't like cloudy, overcast, kind of cooler than what it normally was, still didn't ruin the vibes, still didn't ruin the party. And like, absolutely. And you're always going to make new homies, and it's cool. You're going to see new people. And we made plenty, man. It was awesome. It was really good. That was another aspect of like how we got embraced by vendors. Because here we are, we're just two goofballs that had about a week to a week and a half to plan this, threw it together. And in large part, it was because we didn't know if we were going to get media, and we saw an opportunity to vend, and we said, let's go. And like, got approved the next day, and then it was like, okay, now what are we gonna sell? So like
70 shirts later.
Yeah, so like, you know what I mean? To be able to do that in that short time is just a testament to what USDGC is, and the fees and the stuff like that were so minimal that it was great. And the vendors all took us in, watched our stuff when we weren't there, took care of it. Like, we made friends for life just vending in that. So it was awesome. Absolutely. Sick.
Shout out to everyone, man. Hopefully
Yeah.
we'll see you back next year.
Yeah, then you were drinking at like 9 a.m. when we were there. It was great.
We about the party.
Absolutely. So that's how we rolled. Everybody knew where the cooler was.
Do you want to drop anything that we heard? Also, being back on the course, we got to hear a little rumors.
So yeah, we did hear some interesting stuff. That was the other cool thing. One thing that like we had some career defining moments while on this. Like one of the most impactful thing was a unnamed Hall of Famer pulling us both to the side.
It was UC. I don't know why.
Man, I didn't know. Because UC's like kind of stoic, bro. I don't want to ruin.
It's because it's dope to say that he likes us. He said we were his second favorite YouTube channel, knowing I know he says that to everybody.
Everyone, yeah.
It still made my heart feel good.
Sensitive to Simon. So yeah, man, like that was cool to just be able to pull us to the side and just recognize it, and like having some of the biggest names in the game give us some information, tell us what we're doing, like, and kind of like acknowledge, hey, what you're doing is fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Had enough names say, I like what you're doing, keep it up. That makes me not want to change.
No.
Even though I wasn't going to do that.
No, I wasn't going to change.
I dropped a Brandy Love reference in today's video. That's what we do. That's what we do on our channel.
Well done. But yeah, so that was definitely cool. Career defining. Like I said, like when you get aspects of that, there's been other times where we've had that, and but like I said, a practice round, UC pulling off to the side. Here he is about to get announced to the Hall of Fame the next day, and he's taking his time to come see us. Was just incredible. Like, you know what I mean? Like just sick moment. But that being said, we did hear some rumors. We did hear some speculation. And we did hear there should be plenty for us to talk this offseason.
Mm-hmm. I heard big things are happening.
Yes.
Did we hear what those are? No. I'm not even lying to you. I really wish I was. We have a few little speculation. Well, we have, it's not confirmed.
Nothing confirmed.
Like, we have like something 75%.
Oh, I'm going over 70. But I'm going over 70. But like,
this is where Swiss and I a little bit disagree.
Yeah, enough to like be able to hear something, use it, apply it into some other circles, and get some reactions to where, okay, there is something there, right? Mm-hmm. So there was enough of that went around, I think. But like I said, we're gonna try to verify it before we kind of report on it. And yeah, some huge news, huge drops. And here we this is what we kind of went into thinking there wasn't going to be much off-season player movement. We've had a couple of pros tell us that they didn't. We've had pros say, "Hey, I don't think there's going to be much movement." Certainly, the dynamics and the financials doesn't look like it appears to lay out that way. Also, you got a lot of the top 10 locked into multi-year deals. So like it was kind of like we kind of went in thinking like, hey, this is going to be fairly quiet, and to get the news of like, nah, we're going to have plenty to talk about, kind of makes me excited for the anticipation.
Should be a fun off season.
Everyone's going to be really pissed and they'll be like, yeah, these guys know what they are talking about. They're just not saying it out loud. We are, but you know what I mean? But it's not right yet right now.
Do you guys have any information that you want us to spoil? Let your boys know.
Yeah, if you guys want to help confirm said rumors, let us know.
DM's always open.
Yeah, or at least give us a timetable so I can write it ahead of time and get it edited so it sounds better. That would be nice too.
It always helps. It's promo for you guys. If you guys give us a due date or a release date where it can't be open, even better. We got you guys. We honor that shit.
And everybody's anonymous. Even the ones that are, if it involves them, it could be anonymous.
It's always anonymous. Yeah. Sources, secret.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for sticking around this episode. I don't know. Did you want to say anything else? I guess I should have said that.
Nah, I'm good.
All right, good. Guys, that was the Spit Out. We just talk about disc golf here. We don't have an outro. I don't know what to say. Thank you for supporting. Thanks you for staying this long. If you haven't subscribed already, don't know what you're doing. See you in the next one.
Peace.